Hey there, everybody. Reed here. You can still hear what sounds like concrete cutting over there, or not sure what's happening, going on in the distance. Sorry about that, but we can't always control how everyone else does life. One of those things that we can't control is the media. Nope. I only own this little production station and none of the other ones, and gosh, am I happy about that. That's a headache I don't want. But I'll tell you, one of the things I do is I take media fasts pretty regularly. In that, what do I mean? I mean, I just don't turn on the news. Just about everything. For long stretches of time. A week, a month, multiple months, sometimes a year or years even at a time. And you know what? I have not missed out on any information that's happening. Why have I not missed out? Because someone's going to mention it. Someone's going to tell me who wins the Super Bowl, or that it's even happening. Someone's going to say, we elected this president, or this other person didn't get elected. Damn, is that a problem? Oh. Or there's these people protesting in a certain part of the world, and here's the reasons why. I really don't need to tune into any of the major media corporations to find out what's going on. And you know what that does for me? It diminishes my stress load. Lets me know it doesn't really change the temperature of my pool water. Not that I have a pool, but it doesn't change the temperature of the ponds and the lakes that I go into either. It doesn't change how much rain falls on my garden. But it does change how well I sleep at night. It does change what I choose to converse about. And I invite everyone out there who might be caught up on all the things happening in the world, or in their little neighborhood of the world, or just in their country, or in many countries, to go ahead and take a breath and turn off those networks. Turn off those channels. Take a break from it all. You're not going to miss out on anything, but you will have more time to be present with the life that is all around you. With maybe your grandkids or your children, or if you are a kid and you're watching this, with your friends. And if you're older, hopefully you have friends and you connect with them a bit more. Maybe you play some more games, or play some music, or do some paintings, or write some poems, or you do some woodworking or metalworking. There's so many things that we can be doing besides listening to one person's perspective. And you might ask me, like, Reed, why would you do that? Well, it occurred to me in my history class in high school that yellow journalism, which is essentially propaganda put out there for a very particular reason to move a particular agenda forward, has been ongoing ever since there has been media or journalism. And it seems like it's just flying off the frickin' handle. Like, normally in journalism, you want to have 3 sources of reference to put out a piece of information to say that it is credible. I asked the question at this point in time, who paid for that to even get put forward? And in those 3 sources of reference, who paid for each of those sources of reference? It used to be that cigarettes were good for you. They put that through in the Congress in the States a long time ago. That is BS. Let's be honest about it. You know, there's glyphosate, otherwise known as Roundup, that's gotten sprayed all over the planet and is circling all around the planet at this point. You can check into smarter people than me to tell you about all that. But seriously, that stuff isn't good for you. It's not good for basically anything. Who's telling us any of this information? Question mark. Maintain a degree of skepticism. That's what I say to myself. I don't know where the information is coming from or who paid for it, and everyone has an interest. What is their interest? Generally in increasing the size of their pockets with money, or their bank accounts with money, or how many gold bars they have of value. Me, I'm not overly concerned about that stuff, just because I recognize wealth is in our relationships. That includes having this farm here. Whoa, that is a relationship and a source of value that I have a hard time over appreciating, because I know exactly where the foods come from. I know exactly what's in it. Well, not actually, because seriously, I would have to do a deep analysis of the food with a spectrometer and other things to discover what the heck is in this food. What is its nutritional content? It's hard to say. But at least I know when it's come from the earth, or if you have a hydroponic setup, it's come from a hydroponic setup and you know what's in it, that is going to be more nutritious than the general conventional stuff that you can buy at a store. I call that stuff poison. My mom hated me when I came back to visit with my young infant child. I mean, she was a toddler at the time, but still, it's roughly the same. Because when we went to the grocery store, I was like, Mom, that is poison. This other thing over here is poison. And people would like snap their heads around looking, oh geez, who's saying that this is poison? I am. I'm saying it's poison. And if you build up enough toxicity in your body, you will die. One of the things you're putting in your body is the media that you consume. So where is that coming from? Whose agenda is behind it? When you're watching this, and I hope that you're liking and subscribing and commenting about it, because I want to know, what are you listening to? Where do you get your information from? Is it valid? Personally, I listen to the Survival Podcast with Jack Spirko, and he covers so much stuff that I, generally speaking, don't feel the need to go and investigate a lot of things, even though I ought to do my own research. And when it's important to me, I do. The rest of the time, I'd rather just let someone else go and put themselves through the meat grinder and get all that information, and I'll sleep good at night. Well, with that, when you're taking your break from all that media that's out there, and you're enjoying other bits of life, when you're enjoying that, remember to have too much fun. Alright? I want to see how much more fun you can have this day, this month, this year. Can you have more fun than you've ever had in your life before? There's a challenge worth doing, people. And if that's not worth doing, then I question what your reason for being is. But I'm a person who likes to question everything. With that, make it a great week. Have too much fun. Reed Richard from Orchestra Farm.